Don't care about fitting in the crowd. I'll say it one time and I'll say it loud. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't take dope or have affairs. Just call me square, 'cause I don't care. I won't do the things I don't believe in. I don't care about impressing your friends. Don't care about fitting in the crowd. I'll say it one time and I'll say it loud. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't take dope or have affairs. Just call me square, 'cause I don't care. Complain, complain, complain. You're always the same. You will never change. All you do is complain. You complain about the things I cook. You complain about the way I look. You complain about the clothes I wear. And you don't like my hair. You complain because I don't work. You say I'm a no-good jerk. And then I go to work and you go berserk. Complain, complain, complain. You're
Come ride a little train going down the track at the junction. Woo, woo! Very cool junction. There's old Uncle Joe moving kind of slow at the junction. Woo, woo! Very cool junction. I will return.
Message deleted. Press.
From the Spring Hill Toyota Traffic Center.
You're traveling east on I-10 in Mobile. An earlier breakdown was cleared out of the tunnel. And if you're traveling on the Bayway from I-65 to the Eastern Shore, it's now a 30-minute drive. And it's slowing down on Highway 59 South from I-10 to Gulf Shores, 51-minute drive. On Highway 31 from Spanish Fort to Highway 59, a 16-minute drive. With Time Saver Traffic, I'm Lisa Baque.
This report is sponsored by Point Broadband.
In our community, connection matters. Switch to Point Broadband today to get 1 gig fiber internet for just $49 a month, plus a $250 gift card and a 2-year price lock. Fast, reliable, unlimited data, all on a stronger, smarter 100% fiber network. Point Broadband, better than ever.
If you see traffic trouble, call the Acadian Windows traffic tip line at pound 250, keyword total traffic when prompted. Acadian Windows, your hurricane protection specialists.
The Uncle Henry Show. Weekday afternoons from 5 till 7.
Henry, God bless this world. God bless this world. He got the whole world in his hand. This for you, but he got the whole world in his hand. He got the whole world in his hand. He got the whole world in his hand. Bye.
Message deleted. Press.
This is the Radio 710 WNTN. Thank you for listening to much. Once again, here we are. Just the two of us here trying to figure out what is going on. As usual, I'm here with the phone lines open for you, the living listener. If you'd like to call the show, if you'd like to talk about something, there's a topic you want to bring forward, feel free to interrupt me. 251-479-2723. That's 251-479-2723. Email address unclehenry@iheartmedia.com. That's unclehenry@iheartmedia.com. So much to get into on every level that we're on here. Local, state, national, international, all kind of stories to get to. I do want to mention just briefly here at the beginning of the program that Winter Olympics are over. I don't know that you watched it. I was looking at at a breakdown of what type of people watched the Winter Olympics in our country, according to market research. And I found that most of the people that watched the Winter Olympics were people like me, old people with nothing to do. Yes, older people with nothing to do were the ones that watched mostly the Winter Olympics. And it was younger people. Some of them may not have even known it was going on. But I did. I watched. The Winter Olympics went on for a couple of weeks. My wife and I, we watched. In fact, many nights had it on kind of like a nightlight, just on in the background as I went in and out of sleep. I want to say that I am proud of the USA, Team USA, and I'm still one of those people. I know we're rarer and rarer as the years go by, but I like the United States of America. I really do. I think it's the best country. I know we've got many problems that have not been addressed my entire life. I realize this. And many things that many missteps along the way. But I still love the country. I prefer it to other countries. Maybe it was the way I was raised and brainwashed, but it was good. It was a good raising and a good brainwashing. It's held. It's held up until right now. I still love the United States of America. I still want the United States of America to prevail. I still can't think of another country out there that I would want to live in. I might want to visit them for many, many years, but I wouldn't want to live there. And I'm proud Team USA finished the Winter Olympics with 12 gold medals, 33 total medals, and I believe that was number 2 to Norway. I think only Norway beat Team USA with more gold medals and total medals. So wonderful effort by all the athletes from Team USA. Now, we started the Winter Olympics, and there was controversy because some of the athletes were asked questions about what do you think about your country? And there were some young athletes that said some rough things about the United States of America. But as the Olympics closed out, we had expressions of patriotism and love for the United States from the athletes. So I'm glad of that. Of course, the big fun was ending the Olympics with the U.S. hockey team beating Canada for the first time since they took the home gold, since that miracle on ice that was such a big deal. They made movies about it and documentaries about it. So for the first time, yesterday, first time, the USA won another gold in hockey, this time beating Canada in the Olympics. So just great. And I will admit, now that it's all over, after watching a couple of weeks of this stuff, I didn't understand most of it. I didn't understand most of what I watched. I understood the skating. I understand that skating is supposed to look graceful and athletic and like they planned it. And so I understand skating a little bit. I understand hockey, the basic concept of hockey. And I understand skiing, where you're on skis and you're trying not to die going down a mountain of ice and snow, that you're trying not to die. I understand all those things. But most of the stuff I saw, I didn't understand it. Now, I was impressed by a lot of it. A lot of it, I'd turn on the TV and I would see somebody like just doing somersaults in the middle of the air and, wearing skis, doing somersaults, landing on looked like I don't even know what some of the things they landed on were. It looked like skateboarding, but only with skis on. I don't even know what I saw. But I was impressed by it. I was impressed by it because so many of the Winter Olympic events look like you could break your neck just practicing. That's the one thing I would like to learn more about when it comes to the Winter Olympics. I don't really care about the rules or even what these sports are called. I just want to know how do you learn to do some of these things without dying in the process? Maybe you saw some of it. Maybe you know what I'm talking about. These people that are doing triple, quadruple somersaults in midair, wearing skis. Then they're going to land on a jump, and then they're going to go to jump in the air again. I don't even know how do you get good at it? But it's all over now until a few years from now, and then they'll do it all over again in France. So Winter Olympics over. Team USA did really good, and I'm proud of, as an American citizen, I'm proud of them. And really have enjoyed the stuff out of the hockey team, where one of the guys lost his and immediately was praising dentistry in America. I don't know the exact quote, but I think he said the dentists in America will be able to fix the teeth. So very. All right, so many other things to get into, and I know you're just wishing that I'd talk about anything else, and we will get into some other stuff as the Uncle Henry Show continues. Here all kind of things to get into. Possibilities of wars, UFO, all of that, and more here on News Radio 710.
Drive. Watch for construction west on Avenue. With Time Saver Traffic, I'm Lisa Paquet.
This reported.
In our community, connection matters. Switch to Point Broadband today to get 1 gig fiber internet for just $49 a month, plus a $250 gift card and a 2-year price lock. Fast, reliable, unlimited data, all on a stronger, smarter 100% fiber network.
To you, let me check. Let me see if there's a YouTube viewer. And there are just a few looking in. Thank you for looking in. I appreciate very much you taking a look at the Uncle Henry Show on YouTube. Now, it's not visually stimulating. Maybe one day I will learn more about the video system and I'll have weird things popping up behind me or something. Maybe I could just get behind me, on the screen behind me, I think the best thing that I could have would just be live cameras of the Bayway. I'm going to see if I can figure out how to do that. Just live Bayway cameras or Airport Boulevard cameras. Hello to Jerome Reb. Hello to you. Hello to Bamba Big Man. Hello to the Love Freak 69. Thank you for looking in. Chuck, thank you for looking in and bringing your common sense to the show. 68-year-old Chris of West Loxley. Fan of music 1971. All right, well, fan of music? Looking for, maybe you'll tell us what music we should be fans of. KP of shirtbutter.com. Thank you for looking in on the show. Richard Harvey. Very crafty, Richard Harvey. Thank you all for checking out what is going on. Now, going to be back on the radio here in a couple of minutes. What can I tell you? What kind of weird news can I share with you? And there is some for today. Back on the radio in 2 minutes. I say that out loud so I'll tell myself. There's a woman in Italy, unidentified woman in Italy, spent 4 years getting chemo to treat cancer that they determined 4 years in that she had never had it. They didn't cure it. She just never had it. She is, let's see, the hospital. I don't know what kind of laws they have over there for medical malpractice, but the hospital there offered a settlement of $591,000 for having to go through 4 years of unneeded chemo. 4 years. Yeah, that is no, not enough time for another weird news story. Going back on the radio here in about 30 seconds.
Today is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm...
Now, the reason you should buy blinds from this man is he started the company in his garage. That's how I pick blinds.
Blinds are DIY friendly, guaranteed to fit, and always cheaper than big box stores. Blindster.com.
News? Check. Traffic and weather? Check. Opinions? Check. This is the Uncle Henry Show, only on News Radio 710 WNTM.
It says the Uncle Henry Show here on News Radio 710 WNTM. Telephone number if you'd like to call the show, 251-479-2723. That's 251-479-2723. Email address, unclehenry@iheartmedia.com. That's unclehenry@iheartmedia.com. To send an old-fashioned electronic mail message. Every now and again, I still get the old-fashioned electronic mail messages. News headlines coming your way in 10 minutes from Fox 10 and from Fox Radio National News. Among the many things that I wanted to bring up on the Uncle Henry Show, and there's all kind of things going on. I saw a news story on Fox 10. I don't know what to think about this. This is also related to sports, just like I talked at length about the Winter Olympics and how I didn't understand it, but admired the danger of it. There is a pro or semi-pro sports team that is starting up in Mobile, and I'm going to share this story with you from Fox. This is tackle football for women. Tackle football for women. Going to be playing some tackle football games in Mobile for women only. Now, this is all brand new to me, just the concept, because I did not realize. I know that there are some women football fans that really love the game and know tremendous amounts about the game. I did not realize that grown-up women wanted to actually play tackle football. This is not flag football. We're not talking about a football league with adult women that might be dressed like they're playing volleyball or something with flags, where they're going to have to be flag football. This is tackle. From what I understand, maybe I've got it wrong. Well, let's listen together. Because it's hard. I'm trying to understand that women nowadays, they are involved in ultimate fighting, MMA, and all that kind of stuff. But this just sounds. Caller, hang on. This won't take long. I just want to get to the bottom of this.
A new semi-pro sports team is getting ready to kick off in Mobile. The Port City Pirates is a women's semi-pro tackle football team that will compete against teams in Texas, Louisiana, and Memphis. The team holds open tryouts every Thursday at 5 p.m. and Sunday at 3 p.m. at Maechie Park. Fox 10 spoke with the coaches leading the team and one standout player about what this opportunity means for the city.
We're already known as one of the top cities in the country per capita when it comes to NFL players. We have some of the best college players in the country playing in a lot of major colleges. So Mobile's already full of talent. So we just want to get the ladies in our city the opportunity just like the guys have.
Okay, but the opportunity to tackle each other. Now, is there any woman making a lot of money playing semi-pro football? In terms of opportunity, is there any woman making a lot of money tackling around the country? All right, now and caller, hang on, I'm going to get right to you. This is one of the women that is playing tackle football. Listen, now this lady, she loves football. And that's a good enough reason.
It teaches you so much about team bonding, and it gives that physical activity, and you just don't find another throwing sport like football. You don't.
She's right about that.
It's just so exciting, and I love it. So it means a lot to me to be able to play with so many girls who love the sport just as much as I do.
The Pirates will play their first game May 2nd at home against the Texas Blaze. If you're interested in trying out or getting involved, you can find more information on this story at fox10tv.com.
I just, the hitting part. I mean, everything else I can understand, but the hitting part. I mean, it's hard I guess it's because of the generation I was raised in. I'm just having trouble. When I think of the NFL, see, I'm of the age when I think of the NFL, I think of Dick Butkus, Mean Joe Green, Merlin Olsen. Or even more contemporary, more up-to-date players like Reggie White. And just the idea of ladies. You heard her say the first thing she talked about was team bonding. Team bonding, but you are going to have to knock somebody down. Anyway, I might be one of their first ticket buyers, just so I can see it for myself. 251-479-2723, the telephone number here on the Uncle Henry Show. Hello, caller.
Hey, good evening, Henry.
Cliff, thank you for holding. You are live on the radio.
Uncle Henry, I think that it's going to be something, and I would probably, help out in that. I'd go and check it out first before I said anything different.
Right.
But, Uncle Henry.
Yes.
Do black people need any more proof that these people think we're stupid?
Oh, you're talking about Gavin Newsom?
I'm close to being a damn fool, and I caught that one. He might as well have just said, I'm like, y'all. The way they do this, Uncle Henry, either they losing their minds or they just know that they got black people on the hook. Even though they done throw them under the bus for the new black and poor Democrat illegal voters. And we still supposed to be on the hook and believe anything they say. And he just about, I know the racism and the white supremacist stuff, it's really stupid, but a lot of people will believe in it. But anytime somebody tells you, okay, y'all can't get IDs, I can't read, I'm just like y'all. And the stuff that he was saying, Stouffer's, when we grew up, there wasn't no such thing as Stouffer's macaroni and cheese. We had that little box, I think it cost 45 cents or 25 cents. You get 4 for $1 with the powdered cheese that might have came from Cougaran or somewhere.
Yeah.
But he's just like us. The man ain't never had a poor day in his life. He went to Ivy League College. He got plenty of money from his folks. First thing he did, he opened up a winery. But they talked to them. I mean, this was downright disrespectful to the intelligence. But like I say, we got a lot of terminally ignorant black folk, and that's what's killing us. You have a blessed day, again.
Cliff, thank you very much for your phone call. And if you missed what Cliff is talking about, Gavin Newsom recently spoke to a crowd of what I'm surmising is mostly African American voters in Georgia, because Gavin Newsom is running for president. And he told the crowd, I'm like you, I can't read. Now, Cliff is wondering if the audience there is on the hook with Gavin Newsom. What I wonder is, how stupid is Gavin Newsom to go to a crowd like that and say something horrible like that?
From the Spring Hill Toyota, Traffic Center.
And the roadway is blocked due to a crash on West Fairfield Drive at Mobile Highway in Pensacola. We have congestion on Highway 98 from Daphne to I-10, an 8-minute drive. Watch for construction west on Highway 98 near Fairhope Avenue. With Time Saver Traffic, I'm Lisa Baque.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
If you see traffic trouble, call the Acadian Windows traffic tip line at pound 250, keyword total traffic when prompted. Acadian Windows, your hurricane protection specialists.
Hello, I'm Cameron Taylor with Fox 10 News. A Mobile County judge denied bail for a man charged in a deadly robbery attempt on Joe Cain Day. Rodney Davis Jr. is charged with felony murder after a shooting in a parking lot across from the Sanger. Investigators say Javeli Alexander died after exchanging gunfire with the victim he was trying to rob at gunpoint. While Davis might not have pulled the trigger, prosecutors say the death was a foreseeable result of the felony he was committing. Davis was already out on bond for a drug charge at the time of the shooting. Police ruled the other shooter acted in self-defense and will not face charges. Davis is due back in court Thursday. Mobile police investigating a crash that killed a man standing outside his car early this morning. It happened around 3 a.m. near the intersection of Old Shell Road and Cosgrove Drive. Police said the victim had his hazard lights on and was standing next to his car when he was hit by a westbound car. The driver of that car stayed at the scene to talk with investigators. Police have not yet released the victim's name as they work to notify his family. Amtrak's new Mardi Gras service surpassed its entire first-year ridership goal in just 3 months. More than 70,000 passengers have ridden the Gulf Coast line since it launched last August. Tickets are averaging $34 per person, and customer satisfaction is at 94%. Visit Mobile says the rail line is already a major economic win for the city and a roadmap for success for the entire region. I'm Cameron Taylor with Fox 10 News on this iHeartRadio station.
This is News Radio 710 WNTM.
Fox News, I'm John Saucier, tracking this historic winter storm from the northeast. Over 1.5 feet of snow in some portions of the East Coast, maybe even more. In Massachusetts, Governor Maura Healey is warning people stay inside.
For everyone's own safety, we beg and ask everybody to stay off of the roads.
This blizzard is said to have disrupted over 21,000 flights. This partial government shutdown now in week 2 as lawmakers are battling over funding for the Department of Homeland Security. Republican Senator Rick Scott of Florida on Fox Business says the longer the shutdown goes on, the worse things will get.
Democrat senators all want to make sure they get paid, but TSA agents are not getting paid, so eventually they're not going to show up. Secret Service is not getting paid. Coast Guard's not getting paid. Homeland Security's not getting paid. That has an impact eventually.
Democrats are demanding that ICE agents be required to unmask and get judicial warrants before making arrests. America is listening to Fox News.
Run a business and not thinking about
YouTube viewers, if you're still there, let me take a look. Going to be back on the radio here in about 2.5 minutes with more Uncle Henry Show. Oh, and I see there is a small number of people looking. Thank you, number of people. Make it stick. Steve, good to see you, Steve. Pat Nelly, I want to thank Pat Nelly again for his voicemail last week, which helped the Uncle Henry Show by filling up valuable time. Thank you, Pat Nelly. And Larry Morton, thank you for looking. And KP, your daughter asking if you could DoorDash Subway. You know, I often ponder the inclinations. Some people get Burger King, no offense to Burger King, the idea of getting that delivered to your house. That service, I would only feel good about using that service if I were an invalid. Getting Burger King, something like Burger King delivered to my home. It seems almost I wonder what is more financially harmful for young people to develop, a habit for gambling or a habit for getting hamburgers delivered. No, I was not saying that somebody was long-winded. No, I'm telling the truth. Pat Nelly's voicemails help save the show. I don't know that I have, what am I going to talk about? Winter Olympics? All right, back on the radio.
On News Radio 710, WNTM.
The Uncle Henry Show proceeding forward on this Monday here on News Radio 710 WNTM. You can hear me on FM radio Monday through Friday, playing today's hottest country on 95 KSJ. Now, all week long, we are giving away tickets. Yes, we are giving away tickets on 95 KSJ this week, me and Shelby. We're giving away tickets to see Jelly Roll, who is coming to the Wharf in Orange Beach. Jelly Roll's tour, getting a story on Fox News. Here is Michelle Polino of Fox News talking about Jelly Roll coming to the Wharf in Orange Beach in June.
Somebody save me. Grammy winner Jelly Roll will launch a limited run of U.S. headlining shows this summer beginning in late May. Joining him on the road will be Cassius Culpepper, who released his debut, Act One, earlier this year. In addition to his tour, Jelly Roll will also perform in stadiums this year with Post Malone. The 11-city solo run includes stops in West Palm Beach, Florida, Charleston, South Carolina, Wilmington, North Carolina, and more, before wrapping July 22nd in Walla Walla, Washington.
Why didn't you mention Orange Beach, lady?
Pre-sale begins Wednesday with general ticket sales starting Friday. Michelle Polino, Fox News.
Left out. Why'd you leave out Orange Beach, lady? All right. So anyway, Jelly Roll is going to be in Orange Beach with this tour on June 2nd. And you heard the lady from Fox say that the pre-sale's Wednesday. General ticket sales begin on Friday. You can win tickets before you can buy them on 95 KSJ with me and with Shelby. The next chance to win tickets, if you are interested in winning these tickets for yourself or for a loved one, is going to be at 11:15 tomorrow. It will be at 11:15 tomorrow on 95 KSJ with me. All right, here we are. Uncle Henry Show on News Radio 710 WNTM. Telephone number 251-479-2723. That's 251-479-2723. Email address unclehenry@iheartmedia.com. In the last segment of the show, caller Cliff called, and he wanted to mention the Gavin Newsom thing, where Gavin Newsom went and spoke to a crowd in Georgia of mostly African Americans. And as you know, he's always in the news. He's always out and about because he is running for president. I don't know if he's officially said he's running. Has he officially said it? It's clear that he's running. And the reason I say it's clear he's running is because he's making speeches like he's making in Georgia. Plus, you may remember that before the last election, Sean Hannity, Sean Hannity had a debate between Gavin Newsom and Ron DeSantis. Because those are the two guys that the big donors would like it to be DeSantis versus Newsom or something like that. And so Gavin Newsom thinks he's going to run. And Cliff was talking about this exchange, Gavin Newsom trying to win black voters in Georgia by telling them, I'm like you, I can't read.
I'm not trying to impress you. I'm just trying to impress upon you. I'm like you. I'm no better than you. I'm a 960 SAT guy. And I'm not trying to offend anyone, trying to act all there if you got 940. But literally a 960 SAT guy. I cannot, you've never seen me read a speech because I cannot read a speech. Maybe the wrong business to be in.
Well, so, look, and Cliff called in talking about voters falling for Gavin Newsom. I can't really speak to that. But what about why would somebody who's the governor of California, how did he get as far as he's gotten saying things like this? Because this was just insulting. Or at least it would insult me if you were to come and talk to me and say, hey, I'm like you, I'm not that bright. Well, I know I'm not that bright, but I don't need you to tell me that I'm not that bright, if that makes any sense. And the idea that Gavin Newsom would insult these folks, I think he may have sunk himself there. I think he's made it even easier for Kamala by making this kind of a stupid statement there in Georgia. But how can he be as dumb as he is and still allegedly run a state or have somebody run it for him? And I guess the better question is, how can he keep getting money from donors with him saying stuff like that? Well, it'll be, I hope for the Democrats, they have other folks other than him and Kamala to spread the message, whatever their message is. 251-479-2723, the telephone number. That's 251-479-2723. Email address, Uncle Henry at iHeartMedia.com. That's Uncle Henry at iHeartMedia.com. Hello, caller.
Hello, sir. How are you this evening?
I'm doing fine. You are live on the radio.
Wow, I feel special. Well, I'll tell you a couple of reasons why Gavin Newsom is able to say that kind of crazy ass stuff and just run right over the top of it. Do you remember when Joe Biden said that Obama was a clean and looked like an educated man?
Yeah, I do. I remember Joe Biden. He said something about Barack Obama being clean and articulate or something. And the media tore Joe Biden up.
Well, they just tried to gloss over it as it's like, oh well, he's just an old grandpa. He don't know what he's talking about. But they subconsciously just do this stuff, and it's very berating. I cringe every time I hear him say things like that, and I don't know why other people don't see it.
Well, you may not remember this, but when Joe Biden said what he said about Barack Obama, the media went after him. The media went after him because back when Joe Biden said it, Barack Obama hadn't been president yet. Once Barack Obama got the nomination, then there was the forgiveness. Then we can forgive you. You are forgiven, Joe Biden. You're just from another generation. You were just from a generation that was too dumb to understand you shouldn't be friends with Klansmen the way that Joe Biden was and all that kind of stuff. And they forgave him and put him on the ticket. So forgiveness, who gets blamed and who doesn't, who gets forgiven and who doesn't, a little more complicated than what maybe you can understand it, but I certainly don't. It was convenient to attack Joe Biden when he was running against Barack Obama. And then when Obama got the nomination, then they stopped attacking him because they thought he might help them win by putting him on the ticket. But, sir, thank you for your phone call. I've got to run into the next break here, but thank you very much for your phone call. Yes, I do remember the Joe Biden comments about Barack Obama that I think he had to put up with people being mad at him for about a year. And after that, he became vice president for 8 years. Got a medal. I remember he got a medal of some kind. He became president for 4 years. And it was quite unpleasant for all of us.
We have some congestion on the Bayway. East on I-10 from I-65 to the Eastern Shore, it's a 22-minute drive. South on Highway 59 from I-10 to Gulf Shores, a 49-minute drive. Watch for an accident, Mobile Highway at West Fairfield Drive. Going east on I-10 from Rangeline to I-65, a 3-minute drive. With Time Saver Traffic, I'm Lisa Baque.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Staples has hot deals and super...
YouTube viewers, thank you for still watching on YouTube. We're in a commercial break. I'm going to be back on the radio in 4 minutes with some voicemail to get to that I think is good voicemail. Now, 68-year-old Chris, you said you could not understand the man. I think he was trying to disguise his voice. I think he was trying to disguise his voice, and that's why you couldn't understand him. He's going to have to work on it a little bit more before he calls back in. All right, let's see. Yes, really. I know it's a shock that he was trying to disguise his voice. Let me see. What can I tell you about before going back on the radio? A Japanese man, 45-year-old man in Japan, was arrested near Tokyo. He entered the U.S. naval base near Tokyo. The 45-year-old Japanese man used a fake military ID that listed him as a sergeant. When they caught him, he told the investigators he just really admired the U.S. military and wanted to feel connected to it as possible. So he just snuck in the base, he says, just to look around and feel connected. I give him credit for the excuse. Speaking of Japan, you may have already heard this story. This made national news over the weekend, or international news. There's an anonymous person in Japan who saw that Osaka has aging water pipes that are causing huge problems. And so this anonymous person in Japan dropped off 46 pounds of gold bars at the water department in Osaka to pay for getting the water pipes fixed. £46. I'm not good at math, but that's a lot of gold. The donor refused a thank you letter. The donor said, "No, I don't want your thank you letter." They said they were inspired to give after seeing the news coverage of a water pipe break that flooded a road in Japan. So 46 pounds of gold. Let's see. Also, a software engineer bought him a special one of these automatic robot vacuum cleaners, and he wanted to see if he could control it using his PlayStation remote control. So he used his software engineering know-how to try and rig his PlayStation controller to control his robot vacuum cleaner, and he ended up getting access accidentally to 7,000 robot vacuum cleaners across 24 countries. It also gave him access to the live camera feeds inside all these people's houses, all their microphone audio, and their home floor plans. He didn't do anything bad with the knowledge. They let the company know that they had found a security flaw.
Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. This is News Radio 710 WNTM, an iHeartRadio station.
It is 5:50. Uncle Henry Show moving forward. We have news headlines coming up from Fox News in 10 minutes. Telephone number to call the Uncle Henry Show, 251-479-2723. That's 251-479-2723. Let's see, I've got a voicemail I want to get to. Voicemail number, if you'd like to leave me a message, maybe your best thoughts, or in the middle of the night, you can always call the voicemail, 251-216-1976. That's 251-216-1976 to leave a message for the Uncle Henry Show. Let me go to the Uncle Henry Show voicemail.
Roll Tide, huh? Sitting out here on the front porch having a bit of a snack. Green olives with cottage cheese and Ritz crackers. Man, that's something good.
Hey, simple pleasures are the best, are they not? Green olives, cottage cheese, Ritz crackers.
I'm craving for it. Thank goodness we got this rain that we got today. We've been needing it. Twitch, the allergies is,
yes,
man.
Yes.
You know where I'm coming from.
Yes, I do. I'm very allergy prone, unfortunately.
Yep, straight.
Now, when I was younger, didn't have any allergies I was aware of, but the older I get, it's almost like my body decides some new adventuresome allergy. What can I be allergic to this year? What is randomly, let's see, let's pick something that's in every single room that you'll ever visit for the rest of your life. No, that's the way I feel like the allergies go.
Things out for a day or two. Uncle, you ever see anything that just embarrassed you, and it wasn't anything you was doing or anybody you know?
Yeah.
Just seeing it, you was just embarrassed by it.
Yes.
That don't happen to me too often, but it did today. I seen a mail carrier, lady mail carrier today. She got out of her little mail carrying unit, was taking a couple of box packages up to the front steps of a customer. Uncle, she had on short shorts. I don't mean shorts. Short shorts. Big old tattoo on one leg. And of course I had to, when she done this, I definitely had to look away. As she got out, she reached back in there to get the boxes out. And, I mean, her cheeks was hanging out, if you know what I mean. And
unfortunately, I do.
And I was embarrassed. So I said, well, you know.
It's because you're a good person. That's why you're yes, of course you were because you're a good guy.
And I was embarrassed. So I said, well, you know, best thing to do is just close your eyes, wait till you hear the sound of the unit taking off. But, man, You know, it was famous.
By the way, and I'm sorry for pausing you so much, but there may be some people out there wondering, some young women out there. Well, I don't know that any young woman is listening to this show unless it's when she's taking care of an older relative that has her included in the will. But if you women wonder why you see older men with our eyes closed from time to time in the afternoon, we're not napping. No, it's not always napping. Sometimes we're trying not to look. We're trying to be good.
Man. You know, it was a famous feller once said, it was in the military, said they don't dress like soldiers, don't look like soldiers. How can they be expected to act like them? Well, I know we wore where I worked at all them years. I always had to wear my uniform. I guess nowadays that just ain't the way it is. Oh well. Hey, you and the missus have a good weekend. Enjoy yourself. Take it easy. You've been doing a lot here lately. Get back in the recliner and take naps.
68-year-old Chris, thank you. First of all, I appreciate you telling me to take it easy and get some rest. But unfortunately, I've reached an age, and you may have reached this age from yourself, 68-year-old Chris. But not necessarily an age. I've reached a state of physically in my deterioration as an older person. That if I do rest too long, then it creates a new hurt. Yes, it can create a new hurt. I got to be careful how long I'm sitting down. Might start a new ailment. But yes, 68-year-old Chris, yes, I've seen things that have embarrassed me, that I've had to turn my eyes away. You know, I do these 95 KSJ concerts down at the Wharf in Orange Beach. And when it's one of the artists that's one of these young men, a lot of these young women show up, and I can't look. I can't. Back with more after the break.
Securing America.
A top defense contractor is relocating.
All right, YouTube viewers, I'll be back tomorrow it'll be a better effort tomorrow. It will be. I'll be tireder. And I think it's always better when I'm tireder. So have a pleasant evening, a pleasant tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow at the regular time.
Customers in the U.S. and around the world. A lot of the company's products are designed and manufactured at its former site in St. Louis. Boeing added they want leadership in close proximity to workers to strengthen its core business and drive innovation in defense solutions. Missouri Republican Governor Mike Kehoe calling the move a major win for the